This next one will be fun. For those that are just joining, we're gonna build like a. It's gonna be like a little card section. You'll be able to click on a card just to make their image a little bit bigger. Something I kind of want to practice. I think that should be kind of cool. And I've got all the images ready. I don't know why she's so mad. I got this. I got this. I got that. And I got that. This kind of looks like Dennis right here. Angry Dennis. When I mention anything other than Bootstrap. Nah, just kidding. All right, let's stop running and see. Get status. Yeah, get add. Get commit. Just put a knit commit. I'll push it up to GitHub later. At least it's all committed. She's mad because you do not use Bootstrap in jQuery. She's angry. Her name's Kathy. We got Sam, David, Kevin. All right. I think this will be a really fun build right here. Let's watch this, Dennis. Dennis the Menace. I'm gonna use my little cool command again. Start from scratch. Terminal. Just type React template, and what should we even call this? User spotlight, maybe. Whew. It's all done, ready to go. Thanks, Brian. I do need to add these images in here, though. Let's open this in Finder. Let's add an assets folder, and I'm gonna throw all these images really quickly into there. There we go. Oh no, thought I made. Oh, I didn't put it in source. There we go. Sweet. All right. I guess let's just get started building out like the cards for it. I'm gonna put this whole thing into one component too. So we'll create a component for user card. I know that we'll need that. What other components? We'll need an overlay component, right? Yeah. Say overlay.jsx. Since it's the only overlay and it's the only function for it, I'm not going to create like another component inside to display it. We'll just pass in some props to it. Soli is first. She beat everyone. Dustin is like, do you want to see something cool? Should I do it again? You see it? Isn't it just so cool though? What's up, Soli? How are you? Soli put the entire chat in an array and then said array.reverse and said I'm first. Oh, that's funny. Soli really did say that. Soli's so backwards today. Soli is just unstoppable. All right, so what other components would I need, honestly? Let's figure this out. So we're gonna have our component itself, we'll call it like user spotlight, right? And we're gonna render some user cards, which I already created, and then our overlay that's gonna have this. I think that's pretty much gonna be it. We don't need to make this super big. You know, I was actually here since 10 minutes before the stream. I wouldn't say it's a lie, because when I started up the stream, I initially did have one viewer. Now I don't know if she's being serious or not, but I did have one viewer. Lies, and I got short legs. You guys want to see something funny? Link is like, he had like the zoomies. Watch, let me go to speaker view. Okay, so he had the zoomies and now he's just like chilling in my living room. Can you guys see him? Look at him, he's just sleeping over there. He's just like knocked out. I don't know if y'all could see him. He's right there just like chilling. Dude's funny. He tired himself out. little chiller. All right, so I think we got all the components we're gonna need. We're not gonna need too many more components. Well, let's create our like actual main component. We'll call it user spotlight.jsx. When affiliate, when I have time to start streaming for 4 extra days. I was gonna do it this week, but I was so busy with a podcast episode I recorded, then I had to edit it. I had a couple of other videos for the 100 Days of Code that I worked on. I just didn't have time to like just stream because I had to like record those. There's a good chance I can do it next week. I think. Yeah, I should be able to next week. Yeah, Dennis, you stream for Treehouse. You do it. You do it. Nah, I can. You guys just gotta hit me up in Discord and be like, hey, Dustin, go stream. And whatever I'm doing, as long as I'm not recording content, I should be able to just turn the camera on and just talk and hang out with you guys. Thought we only needed 1 day. We need 3 more days. We have Thursday because I stream every Thursday. And I just need to stream on probably a Monday, a Tuesday, a Wednesday, or a Friday. As soon as you start streaming in jQuery, we're gonna lose all our follower count that we've worked on this far. That's too many days. It's too many days. Literally all I need to do is while I'm doing some work, I'll just turn on the stream and I'm gonna just like it'll just be my face. Unless I'm not doing important stuff, I could share my screen too, but we'll just hang out. We'll just hang out for a few days. And I'll still have my normal like live stream on Thursdays. So next week, by the way, guys, I'm gonna make a big post in Discord about it, but next week is gonna be my last stream for 2 weeks. I'm gonna be on vacation. So I'm not gonna be streaming for the next 2 weeks after next week's stream. So we'll have today, we'll have next week, but then after that, I'm gonna be out of here for 2 weeks. I think I'll be back by that next Thursday, but I don't want to like be so jet lagged and then rush into trying to get a stream done for you guys. So we'll see, but probably the next 2. Brother, ew. Aw. You guys don't care. No, I'm kidding. Let's see. Let's start on the user spotlight. Well, let's render it in app first. No vacation. This is my first vacation in like probably like 3 years, honestly. I just always forget to to take vacations. We joking. User spotlight, import that. Let's call it. All right, cool. We got our little component ready. That's too many years. Years? What are you talking about? That's too many weeks, he said, too. Travis, go home. You're drunk. All right, let's close all this out. We don't need app. I don't think we'll need app because all this is doing is grid, place item center, screen, BG's ink. I think that's good enough. Yeah, and our cards will be white, so I don't think we need to do anything else in app. We can close off the app component. All right, so let's work on the user cards because we're gonna throw in 3 of these things. Let's see. I'm going to import our images. So import, we'll call the first one, was it Kevin? It was David. We'll import David from assets, and I think it's david.png. I don't know. Let's make sure this works. Say image source David. Does that even do anything? Sure does. Okay, cool. Let's copy him down. We'll do Kevin. Well, who's the next one? I think it was Sam. And then we had Kevin. Then we had Kathy. Dang, I didn't even think about it. I should have did you guys' names. That'd have been fun. I need to make some little avatars for you guys. That way, every time I do these little builds, it can always be you guys in here. All right, so let's do Kathy. Or wait, I'm sorry. Next one should be Sam. Then we had Kevin, and then we had Kathy. Kathy was last. All right, cool. I just want to make sure all these images are in here and working. All right, we can delete this. All right, so this is our user spotlight, right? So we're gonna import user card. And I guess let's, we'll just say users, and we'll say, well, this needs to be an array. Array of objects, right? We'll have an ID, name. First one will be David, image. David, can I just use it like that? Yeah. Yeah. We'll call this image source, though. Be a little bit more descriptive. What else was in the mockup? Their name, and we'll just do the lorem ipsum like in the component itself, since it'll be the same for all. So let's copy that down, add some commas. We'll say Sam. Sam was next. And we're gonna use the Sam image, change the ID to 1. We'll do 2. We'll do 3. Next was Kevin, right? Yeah. What am I doing? And Kathy. All right, so that should work. So what we can do in here, let's render, well, let's say users.map. We'll say user index. And we'll return user card. Just like that. Is that gonna break anything? Okay, no, it doesn't. All right, so we're rendering our 3 people. Let's see. We're gonna pass in some props. We're gonna give them the well, index first. Well, the key. I'm sorry. Key's gonna be the index. We're gonna say ID equals user.id. We'll say name equals user.name, and we'll say image equals, well, we'll say image source equals image, well, user dot image source. Cool. Now in here, we are going to take that out. We're going to say ID, name, and image source. And now we have access to all that information in here. So let's work on these cards, and we'll go back to the user spotlight component and like structure this out a little bit better later. Say class name, we can say width, I'll say 25%, which is like 1/4, I think. BG white, do like padding of, let's not do any padding. Let's go over here. Class name, width full, max. Yeah, we'll say width full, max width. Let's do like 90%. We'll say margin auto. We'll say flex, space, justify evenly, items center. Cool. Let's also do like a gap of 2. Cool. All right, so what does this UI look like? We have their name real big. We have some text. Let's copy this text. So in here, let's do like a H3 for their name. We can just put name like that. Also, let's do that right. So, okay, cool. We got their names in here. Class name, we'll say text XL, text center. And you know what? We're gonna put this as well as that lorem ipsum inside of another container. And that container is gonna have some padding. You say like P3, maybe? And then we'll have like a paragraph tag with lorem, like 5 or something. Cool. And we're gonna say text center for that too. So let's take that off of the HL. Actually, yeah, the HL, the H3. Put it on the container, the parent. Cool. Say class name. And we'll say margin Y of like 5. Cool. And we'll say rounded large for the cards. Maybe XL. XL looks pretty cool. All right, and then we're just gonna have their image at the bottom. Source is gonna be image source, just like that. Cool, kind of works. I mean, it does. I think we just need to zoom out. Probably should set a max width on these things. Max width of like 300 pixels, I think should be fine. It's still kind of big. Maybe 200? I guess that looks good. These images though, let's add some class names to them. We'll say width 50%. Margin auto. Cool. That looks pretty good, I think. Look how wide that gets though. Let's set like a max width on the actual thing here. Oh, we do have one, but it's relative. So let's do like a max width of like 650 pixels. And with the margin auto, it should center it still. Cool. Let's do like 800 though. It's kind of narrow. There we go. And we can set the gap to a little bit bigger. Awesome. And make the user cards a little bit bigger, and I think we should be good. Well, that's their max width anyway. Cool. All right. And then cursor pointer on each. So now basically what I want to do is I want to click on one and I want to activate the overlay, and then we'll worry about getting their respective image big in the overlay. So let's just set up the overlay. Let's set that state up in the user spotlight. Actually, I lied. Let's go back to app and do it, since that's where we're going to render the component anyway. Where's app? Right here. So let's import state, use state, and we'll say const active overlay. You got a ping. Yeah, I think it was an email. Of course you heard that. I think it was an email. It's letting me know Roman Bytes followed me. It's kind of late. He followed me like 15 minutes ago. All right, active overlay, and then set active overlay. I think that's the only state we'll need. We'll see. But let's go over here and set up our overlay. So it's basically just gonna be a div. What's going on? Oh, I should probably just put it in here. Yeah. All right, we already created a component for it. So let's import that component so it doesn't scream at me. All right, cool. Here's our overlay, but it's messing up our UI, right? So let's at least set this up conditionally. We can say if active overlay is true, then we want to render our overlay. So initially it's gone, but if I change this to true, we'll see it. Awesome. Cool, so let's set it to true so that we can work on the styles for it. So let's go to the overlay and let's class name. We'll do a height of 100 view height. We'll say width's full. We can say BG black. We can say BG opacity like 50. There we go. But it is messing up the flow. So we need to do absolute positioning, top 0, left 0, and there we go. And then I'm gonna do a grid and then place items center so that when we render our image, our active image, it's right in the center. So we'll say, this will be our image container right here. So we could say div, and we say class name, width 50, we'll say width 50%, we'll say max width of like, if I could type, max width of like 350 pixels maybe. We'll say BG white, rounded XL since it's gonna be kind of a bigger modal, and let's do a P padding top of like 10, something big, right? How come my roundedness is not working? Oh, I didn't spell it right. There we go. All right, so when we call this overlay, we're gonna wanna have an active image. So we're probably gonna need some state here too for that. So in app, let's set up const active image, set active image. And initially, we're just gonna equal that to null. We are gonna need to pass this set active image to our user spotlight. So set active image. By the way, I've always wondered if those things were pre-built. Oh, the Quill.js, the video I posted yesterday. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I didn't know much about that kind of stuff either. I actually really enjoyed building that. It was a lot of fun. What's really cool is you can set up like a really cool like look for like an article, and then you can get all the HTML it took to build it and then like throw it into a website if you want. It's kind of cool. Ultra low level WordPress builder. You're glad I showed it to y'all. Well, good. Oh no, here's Brandon to come cause controversy. What's up, Brandon? Happy Monday, dude. Oh, that's funny. All right, where was I? Setting the active image, and that's gonna be inside user spotlight. So that's really gonna be an on-click on our user card, right? So let's just also pass active, what was it? Active image, active user image, set active image. Yeah. Say set active image equals set active image, but we need to grab that from props. So let's go ahead and grab it from props. All right, so inside the user card, basically when we click it, we're gonna be calling that little setter function, set active image. So we need to grab it from our props. How are we gonna do that? So I guess when we click it, we'll have access to the ID, right? And we're setting the ID. So we could say set active image is, we might actually have to pass some more data. Let's take this data and let's put this in app 2. It might make things a lot easier. But we're not setting it up in state because none of this is changing. So we'll just paste it. And we could pass users to our users thing, our user spotlight component. And we could just say users here, and then it's just gonna, it should work all the same. Except it's not. Why is that? Oh, these are not defined. These need to go in app 2 then. There we go. I feel attacked. Ugh, you guys are gonna cause a war. Good thing Dennis must be away. You know Dennis has something to say. He's the board. There's only Monday gangs. Monday gang gets no love from Sully. I'm part of Monday gang. Yeah, we're writing some React right now. We're building out this thing that I designed. It's basically a group of cards. You're gonna be able to click it and get that user's image real big. It's kind of some basic React stuff, and I'm still learning React, so I kind of want to understand how this stuff works. Okay, so our user spotlight gets our users, which is good because we're mapping through those to build our user card. User card has an on click to set the active image. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna say on click, we should get the ID, right? Yeah, we should. Let's console.log to make sure we do. Say console.log ID. And I think if we get that ID returned to us for the respective like component, the user card component, we should theoretically have everything we need to set the user image correctly. I do have to go turn my overlay off though. Where set that to false for a little bit. Okay. Okay, cool. So we're getting the right ID back. So this should be super simple. Let's go set the overlay back to true. And inside of user card, when we click on it, instead of console.logging the ID, let's say set active image. We're also going to need to pass users into here. So let's do that. Users. And this is coming from user spotlight, where we have users here. So let's say users is equal to users. And if I go back to user card, I think what we can do is say set active image users ID dot image source. So that should set our active image. Let's go and turn our overlay off again and see if it's updating our state. So if we go to components. All right, so where it says null, it should update with an image source. Cool, it does. That's exactly what I wanted. So since that's our active one, what we can do is in our overlay, we can, let's make sure we're passing it. So active image. So now our overlay has access to it, and we're gonna grab that from props. We're gonna say active image, and in here, we can just throw in an image. And the image source is gonna be our active image. All right, let's see if this works. Oh wait, gotta spell things right. But also, where's our overlay? I think I don't think we even set our overlay to show yet. Uh-oh, Dennis is back. Brandon's in here causing mayhem. All right, so we're also gonna have to, when we click on the user card, is set the overlay, right? So inside app, we have our state for overlay, right? Set active overlay. We're gonna pass this to the user spotlight because that's where our user cards are and that's where we need it. So save that. We'll go to that. We'll go to the user card and we'll also pass that in, but we do need to take it from our props so that we have access to it. And I think that's all we're gonna need to do. Well, I'm sorry, we have to actually import it here and then call the setter function. So set active overlay, we'll say true. If I refresh, cool. So it kind of works. I'm getting the right image each time I click, but it's not inside of our little modal here. So I need to put that in there. There we go. And then also on the overlay, we probably should have an on click to stop rendering it. So we can say overlay set active overlay. Is that what it is? Set active overlay? Yeah. Set active overlay. And now we can add an on click to the actual overlay itself, where we say set active overlay, and we'll say false, but we need to take it from props so that we can actually use it. There we go. Why is active image saying it's not being used? Oh, it's because I have an error? Yeah, okay. All right, cool. That works. Let's make the styles a little bit better though. We want this to be a bigger image, right? The image without the whiteboard looked good. Like just having it like without it. Let's see. Just like that. It just doesn't look like it fits in the flow when it's like that. We'll say max width like 500 pixels. Oh wait, you know what we're doing? Such a small width right here. This should be like 90% because we want this to be really big and we'll have a max width set. There we go. Yeah, just the PNG. What you guys think? You guys like just the PNG or do you want it on the white background? Hold on, my cat's in the way again. Dude, you gotta get out the way. I can't see my screen. You just sit right in front of it. Only the PNG, no background. All right, well, that's what you guys want. All right. Just like this. There we go. Cool. Real life pic would be better. Yeah, I usually just grab these quick ones from avatars. So I don't know if you guys know about this. I'll put the link in chat. It's a really, really cool React project. You can create whatever you want. You can create some really cool things. You can get to look like you or some friends, or you can click random. It's really, really cool. And you can choose transparent background, and then you can download it as a PNG, SVG, React, or I guess show image or hide image. I don't know. Oh, I've never scrolled down before. There's some other stuff here too. But anyways, this is where I get all those little random people you guys see in a lot of my project builds, because it's pretty simple and you can get some cool looking stuff. But I usually come in here and create like my own or something sometimes if I have the time. Let's put like a hoodie on, make a big majestic beard color. We'll do dark brown. Should we keep him bald? Pink. Nah, let's do gray. This looks like my friend John. But yeah, anyways, I put this in the chat if you guys want to ever take a look at it. It's a really cool way to make some quick little icons or whatever. Do you guys see Link? Look at him. He's like just chilling up there, causing destruction. He was about to drop this. Watch him. We'll put it back. You guys might hear it. He's gonna knock it off the table. Watch. Dude, you're such a bully. Cool. All right, well, this is super easy of a project build. Kind of thought it would take us a little longer to build it, but that's all I got for today, guys. Oops, can't push. That's all I got. That's all I got. Kind of a short and sweet live stream today. Good cat name. Thank you for not naming him Garfield because he hates my... You know, I was going to name him Garfield and I was like, you know, Mondays are kind of the thing, so I can't have a cat that doesn't like Mondays, you know? Now, his name is actually, it has two meanings. I'm a really big Zelda fan, so his name's Link after Zelda, but also just an HTML Link. I don't know. I thought Link was such a good name. His initial name was Glitch, but it just didn't roll off the tongue well. You're getting faster and faster. Need to start building bigger projects. That's what I'm thinking. I feel like a lot of the small little things that I Look what Dennis popped in general chat. I should have never gave him this tool. Dude, that's so scary. That's creepy. That's some like serial killer type stuff right there. Yeah, smaller ones are good for the 100 days of code, but yeah, you're right. I kind of started figuring out a lot of the small nuances of React. The stuff that would hang me up. Like this project a couple weeks back or even a month or two ago would have taken me forever. And I'm starting to kind of understand like the basics. So maybe I should start making some bigger projects for these streams since it doesn't take me forever just to build something simple. Go to bed, you're drunk. You guys got to give me some ideas for the 100 days of code. I'm only on like I'm getting close to day 20. I know you guys have only seen up to like 13 maybe. I kind of scatter these out as I don't want to post them all right away. Yeah, we're on day 13. Day 14 should be coming out end of this week or early next week. Have you worked with the drag and drop API? I have in vanilla JavaScript forever ago. That might be fun to kind of like relearn on stream with React. I don't know if you're familiar with Trello. I built like a very lightweight, small Trello clone when I was learning about like the drag and drop features. I thought it was super cool. I didn't even know that that was part of like JavaScript. I thought that was always done with like some sort of like library or something. Yeah, maybe next stream we could hang out and like we could fumble around the drag and drop API and see what we can build with it. Cause I do want to learn a little bit more about it. jQuery does without saying. Yeah, I would drag and drop jQuery in the trash. I'm so mean. I'm so mean towards jQuery. Hey, I had reservations about Bootstrap too, and then I tried it and I loved it. Can't say the same about Dennis though. Dennis didn't try Tailwind just to see. Followed a tutorial that allowed sorting. That's cool. Yeah, I'm sure like the basics of drag and drop you could build something pretty basic, but if you like really like set up some cool features with it, you can make it pretty fun. Like you could write some logic that if you drag something over another item, it swaps the two items instead of just like reorders them. I'm sure that'd be fun. Yeah, like I said, we could next Thursday if you guys want, we can like just dive deep into like the drag and drop API. That'd be really, really cool. Link is just straight chilling back there. Look at him. He's just cleaning himself on camera. That'd be fun to see. Yeah, we can do it. We'll make it happen. I typically forget things, so next week when I go to stream, remind me. That's what we're doing. You're usually around. You would enjoy a refresher on it. Well, we'll definitely make it happen. And if you miss it, no worries. I always upload these live streams straight to YouTube afterwards, so you can always catch them there if you miss it. I will be streaming next week. Next week's my last stream before my 2 week break. So, wait. Let me make sure. Let me check my calendar. Yeah, no, I'll be streaming next week. No worries. Don't worry about that. No, you're good. It's a little confusing. I still don't know exactly what days I'm leaving for my trip. Dustin, look at meme channel. Oh boy, what do we got here? You are the meme lord. That's why you have the title for a living for a reason. All right, guys, I'm about to head out. I am starving. This is a fun stream. Like I said, next Thursday, don't miss out. We're gonna work on that drag and drop API a little bit. Can't promise we'll build anything, but we'll break stuff. We'll have some fun. I'll see you guys next week. Adios.